Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
On the ready.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Check, 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 check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Franks. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First down, Bears.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on second down, Franks. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Franks got a man. It's Ross, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Looking to throw. Franks. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? Mike 57.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Ready, go!
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Go, go. Get in there, 49, check 49, check 49. Set, go.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Come on, set. 15 lining, 15 lining.
Now back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check right, check right. Check 4, check 4. Say, 61. Matchbox, right. Matchbox.
2nd and 1. It's complete to Diggs. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On second down, this is Madison. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Under crunch. Check 26, check 26.
He'll look to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Bang, 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 bang.
Off play action. Franks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go, D. Watch the safety creep. Shift. Watch the shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's third down and 13.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
I got it. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Ready, go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Just keeping the punt, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the run. The run. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm coming for you. Ready, ready. What happened?
From the gun, Franks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
bashed it.
that. Super toe.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Ready, go.
And a give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Get off the field. 55's Mike. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Franks. And a throw right sideline is complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Scene 6.
Second and 4. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Ross. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Set. 6 orange. 54.
Here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Orbit. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Franks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Franks. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hatchet, Hatchet. You're out.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook.
I got you, boy.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, pick your game up. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Let's go one more. 57. Mike, 57.
2nd and 6. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Shit. Tighten up.
They'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 out block. Bring it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 3. Hard. Check 13. Check 13.
2nd and 15. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's caught. Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Here we go. Set. 60, orange. Squeeze. Get in there. Let's go.
They'll run with Cook. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to...
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken right around the 44. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Peek it.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Vikings 13, Bears 10.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, the second down throw on target. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now they try the right side here, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Franks. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. The 70 in. And watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Delta. 54. Hot.
Operating from the gun. Franks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 16-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he finds Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Franks. He's going to let it fly. And oh, throw. It's complete. What a catch at the 7. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Get him, boys. Come on, set. 15-Lonnie, 15-Lonnie. Come on.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Oh, yeah.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm coming out. Do you see it? Switch, switch, switch. Switch, switch, and go.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 8 yards out, and the Bears have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Okay, ready?
It's our time. It's our time.
By 7, let's go.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
57, come on.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey. 58, boy, 58, Mike.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 24, check 24. And go.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Down. 30 base, let's go.
I'm coming.
The win for the Bears is just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Chicago, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.